Caught me putting on my glove. Good morning. This is Mona, and this is my morning view. Today, fall edition 2025. Still chilly out. I think it's supposed to warm up the next couple of days, but still chilly out. Still winter wonderland. Today, wonderful Wednesday, the day I give God thankfulness, gratitude, etc. for just things in my life. Maybe things this week, maybe things that just come up that I'm thinking about that happened a long time ago. But it's just still praise and thankfulness to Him, because I sometimes do not always verbalize it. But today is my day here on social media that I can give back to Him just a portion of what He has given to me. All right, so things to be thankful for this week. I am no longer in the boot. I am now in a brace. Yay. I am going to be going from 3 days of physical therapy to 2 days of physical therapy. Awesome possum. It is Grinch Day at school today. That's always a good, thankful thing to think about, because guess what happened to the Grinch? His heart. Let me see if I can find it. His heart. There it is, underneath all the hair. His heart grew 10 times that day. As you can see, mine is still growing. It's only at 2, so it has a ways to grow yet. Awesome. Okay. Some other things that I am grateful for, that I'm grateful for the holiday season. I sounded a little feisty on Friday, but that's what Feisty Friday is for. And I had said that I hadn't seen no nativity scenes other than the live one at the Catholic Church, which I went and saw. What I have discovered is there are several nativities on the way there that I didn't notice before. So there's a blow up one. I haven't gotten to see it in, like right up on it. I've seen it as I'm driving down the road. It's like off to the right through some woods to get where the house is. So I don't get a clear view, but it's enough to see that it's a nativity. And I was like, oh, there's a nativity. And I went to Bible study on Friday night, and guess what? The most beautiful, beautiful nativity, front yard nativity that I have ever seen. It looked like it was carved ice. It was not carved ice, but that's the appearance that I thought of carved ice when I saw it. That was lit, right? So it's all light and white and shining bright. And you couldn't miss it. Couldn't miss it. It was right across the street from where my Bible study was. So, thank you, Lord, that in that space last Friday when I was like, oh, I haven't seen any nativity. All I'm seeing is ho, ho, ho. I'm just like not feeling it. And lo and behold, that day I saw 2 nativities, and I'm sure there's more. So yeah, those are some things that I'm thankful for. The foot is coming right along, and I am thankful for quick and speedy recovery. I'm getting to do more on it than I was previously. So yeah, it's good stuff. All right, so we're going on with our December Christmas. It's not a it is not a series, but it's something I do every year in December, and some years I give it a little bit more gusto, some years, not so much. This year's not so much, because it's just with the broken leg, all the stuff going on, all the appointments, it's not something that I can just, let's get this all together and make it, this grand spectacular series for December. And so it's off the cuff. It's always been off the cuff, but sometimes there's more in here, more in here to give than sometimes that's going on this year. And it's not because my brain is getting worse. My brain is getting better and better every day. It's that my focus has not been on thinking of anything for my morning view for December, for that December vibe. And I've always got these other things in my mind that I want to do. You know, the Christmas song series. That's something I'm going to have to start in January. I'm going to have to start it in January and by December have a compilation of Christmas songs and what I'm going to do with those. Or the traditional ho 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 part of Christmas, you know. But I know some things about that. I don't know in detail things like that. So I would only be able to give you what I know. And I would like to give you a little bit more than that when it comes to the December series. So with that, I've had those on my mind, but never got around to doing it. It's cold, so I'm going to have some cup of coffee. Cup of Joe, if you will. It's decaf. I drink decaf Monday through Friday, so do not become addicted, because the consequences of addiction is withdrawals when I'm not around coffee. And I do not like the withdrawals, so I do not like the addiction. I am one for not liking to be addicted to anything. I'm finding myself being addicted to a couple of games on my phone. One is a matching game, like a little restaurant type of deal. Person owns a restaurant, big storyline. And so the storyline is what is addicting, not the game itself. And then the other is the paint by numbers. So I have 2 paint by numbers that I do. And they're a little bit addicting. And I have limited myself on those to doing the daily and then doing one hard one that may take me a while. The last one took me about 2 weeks to do. But I'm going to see how this works with whether I'm addicted or whether I just, like playing the game. We'll see. We'll see where that goes. It's something that I have to look at because I do not want to be addicted to anything. All right, wait for that plane to go by. And then we'll start our series. Before we do, make sure if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe right there. Subscribe, hit notifications. Both Facebook and YouTube, like, share, and comment helps the algorithms help get this message out to others. If you think the content is valuable, go ahead and share that. This is my morning view, so that's why I give a little bit of personal stuff going on first before I get into the whatever it is I'm going to talk about, which half the time I don't know what I'm going to talk about because it's impromptu. However, in December, when I am going to talk about the series of the Nativity, what it is I know what I'm going to talk about because I go in progression. So today, I'm going to talk about the census. So back the last couple of days, I did the angel appearing to Zechariah, the angel appearing to Mary, the angel appearing in the dream to Joseph, and now we're going on to the actually no. I have skipped one. The visitation to Elizabeth. That comes prior to the census. All right, so Elizabeth, Zachariah's wife, older woman beyond age of bearing children for the time, and some people are like, oh, but she's her cousin. How could that big age gap? Let me tell you that there's some age gaps in my life because I was the youngest born to my parents. And so there are cousins that actually considered themselves aunts or uncles to me sometimes. They would forget that they were my cousin because of the age. And my niece is only 3 years younger than me. So there's that. And that happens quite a bit, more often than you would think. So for me, it was not hard to comprehend Elizabeth being much older as a cousin to Mary. Now, Mary went to go see her cousin, and when she was greeted, the baby inside Elizabeth's womb, which would be John the Baptist, John, leaped for joy. He was so excited at hearing the news of Mary being with child. And so Elizabeth was like quite ecstatic about it. It says that he was filled with the Holy Spirit at the time when it happened. It was like he was filled with the Spirit and leaped for joy. So with that, I'm just trying to remember, because I didn't read up on it before I started this. Remember, this is all impromptu, kind of no looking up and checking things out. So I encourage you to go check things out. Okay, encourage you, because it may have been that Mary was the, that Elizabeth was the one filled with the Spirit, but I think it was John that was filled in the Spirit within his mother's womb. Yeah, I wasn't planning on talking about that. And then I realized, oh wait, that's before the census. We got to talk. So tomorrow we're not talking about the census. Tomorrow we're talking about another praise word for Hebrew praise word, and Friday I'll talk about the census. We got to make it spicy, make it a feisty Friday on the census. We'll figure it out. Probably not. I probably will not think of it until I hit go live, which is normal. So Mary went to go visit Elizabeth, and Elizabeth was excited and happy and believed Mary. She didn't sit there and go, "Oh, Mary, what did you do?" No. She knew that it was true, because she was with child at a ripe old age. And if God could fill her womb, she had no doubts that God could fill Mary's womb. And so, yes, hers was natural in the sense that it took her husband to impregnate her. However, it was miraculous in the sense that it was beyond her years. And so Mary, being a virgin, did not make her think that Mary did anything wrong. She knew because of her encounter with the miraculous brought her to the understanding and trusting that Mary is who she said she is, and that what was in her womb is exactly what she said was in her womb. And John was so excited that he leaped inside the womb. All right, that is pretty much my my wonderful Wednesday, because we're just talking about the nativity as it rolls along. And so if you haven't gotten to see talking about Zechariah, talking about Mary, talking about Joseph, go back onto YouTube, Mona E. Harrison. Mona E. Harrison, different than my Facebook profile, and subscribe. And then you'll be able to go back and you can watch those other videos. This one will be uploaded tonight or tomorrow, and I will see you tomorrow for Thirsty Thinking Thursday. Thank you, Michael, for watching, and I will catch you all tomorrow.